Alright guys, real quick before I take off, look, this is like my second, third time making this video. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm supposed to be taking off right now. But I want to make this video real quick. I just like shit to look good, you know, and I'm not liking the way these videos are looking. I just need to get me a professional camera, you know what I'm saying? But look, here's a little story for you guys. This is my first journey out, you know, on my own after TNT, right? I'm currently in Nebraska, right? So this is a little embarrassing story that I have. It's not really embarrassing. Here's a little mishap that I had leaving the Salt Lake City terminal. And here's another little mishap I'm gonna tell you about when I was looking for a spot to take my 30-minute break. So first and foremost, look, everybody's gonna make mistakes out here, and the mistake I made wasn't really, well, the first mistake I made really wasn't a big mistake. It wasn't a driving mistake. The second one I did was a driving mistake. The first thing I did, now look, listen, okay, and I'm new, I don't know this kind of stuff. I had no clue what a blank bill of lading was, because the only reason I'm going to Springfield, Missouri is to take my intermodal class. So they said, here you go, take some tires from SLC to Missouri. And they gave me this at outbound when I asked for my bill of lading. Now when I leave outbound, I go pull out and do my Qualcomm macro leaving shipper, and then I call. And when I call them, they're kind of confused because first of all, I'm new and they never seen this truck number on the intermodal list or whatever. So they was trying to figure out, like, who are you? Like, they was like, who are you? I'm like, well, I'm new to intermodal. They're just getting me telling me to bring some tires over to you guys from SLC just so I can come take my intermodal class. Now, what I'm gonna take from Missouri back home to Cali to start intermodal, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna send me out there with. It better be something, because I don't work for free. Anyway, so listen. I guess I misread the Qualcomm message from dispatch. They specifically said that this load, this is not an actual load from off a corporate shipper and stuff, you know what I mean, that you have to go get a blank bill of lading. And I read the message earlier in the morning. Then at night when I was leaving, I kind of completely disregarded that portion of the message. So I had to go back in and get this blank bill of lading made, and this was more specific as to how many pallets I had, how many pieces I have, and things like that. And I had to put my own seal on there, you know, my own prime seal, you know, that they gave me. Because with this right here, this wasn't specific. I know that this is what I did. I'm crazy. I try to make shit happen, y'all. So listen, right? I see there's about 11 boxes on here. You can see 11 boxes. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's how many pallets they loaded. That's what I was thinking. Maybe that's how many pallets they loaded. So I was like, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 11. On here, how many pallets? Bam, 11. There was no weight listed, so I just put the weight that I had, because I scaled out. So I put the weight that was on the scale in the outbound, right? So I was just trying to fill out as much as possible based on what I had right here. I was just trying to make it work, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I went back in, got the blank bill of lading. The tire shop made it for me. The truck and trailer shop, whatever, they made it for me. It took about 20 minutes because they were in a meeting, right? So they gave me this, I put my seal on it, and this was a little bit more specific. It has the destination, it has the 01 to 90, it has the number of packages, you know, that kind of thing. So I got a little better understanding of, you know, now this is more information that I can use to correctly fill out a macro. So I redid the macro and called live dispatch, and you know, I called them before to do this. After I did this one, I called them. They were kind of confused. They're like, who are you? Because I'm new to intermodal. They haven't seen this truck number, but heard it before. They're like, who are you? You know. So, and then I called back when I got this one, and they were still confused. So, anyways, because another dispatcher answered the second time, so he just linked me over to the one that answered the first time. They had it figured out, and they said, you're good to go. So, I'm good to go now. So, this is where I'm at. I'm here in Nebraska. I don't even know what city I'm in, y'all. I don't have a GPS yet. I do got the Trucker Path app. I'm in this little rickety-dickety truck stop with puddles all over the place. The reason why is usually I don't stop at places like this because I'm always on edge. You know, it's just in my blood, I guess. I'm always like, oh, yo, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't. I usually don't come to places like this, but the reason why I had to today was because the TA down there, right? First of all, it was really hard to find. I got off the freeway. It said TA. Well, I know there was arrows pointing to which way to turn when you get off, but I kind of disregarded them. Most of the situations I get myself into are situations that could be prevented if I just slow down and read, you know? Anyway, so I turn the truck off. I'm gonna give you a tour of the truck later. When I get to Missouri, we do a truck tour video, all right? So anyways, this is what happened, right? I got off the freeway. Now, usually when you get off the freeway looking for a truck stop, maybe just me, you usually can see the truck stop. You'll see a whole bunch of trucks. I didn't see the TA. There was like other truck stops blocking the TA. I didn't find out until I got off the freeway, made a left, was on the overpass, and I looked over and I seen the TA. I was like, God dang it, man. And you know, it's not easy finding a place to turn around on a big rig, right? But I seen another little Conoco gas station or something like that. So I went over there and tried to turn around. I said, let me just go into the fuel house over here and then come back around on the street and then head over back on the other side of the overpass and go down to the TA. Well, that didn't work because when I got to the fuel aisle, when I was driving by the fuel aisle, I was about to turn in, I seen that they were all full. So I kept going, right? So I kept going, and then the next sign I seen past the truck stops was no truck turnaround, no access to I-80, which is the freeway that I'm on. So I'm like, yeah, I'm doomed. I'm really doomed. So I said, okay, I pulled over and said, how can I get myself out of this situation? Now, I seen a little long driveway over there. It was a motel driveway. And sometimes I just don't be thinking that, damn, I got a 53-foot trailer back here. I just can't pull in the driveway and come out like a car and go. I kid you not, guys. Laugh at me now and laugh at me later. I pulled in the driveway thinking, yeah, I'm finna be able to angle this, pull in straight enough, further enough to angle this trailer back out onto the street and then go back the other way. But not realizing that I didn't have no room over here for that. You know, like by the time I started turning, it was about to go into the grass over there. So I said, you never want to get your truck in the grass or, you know, very dense textures. Okay. Anyways, so luckily a couple came up. It was walking, a little old couple. It was, oh, look at y'all going on 60 years of marriage. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, they walked in. It was like, you know, I think there is a spot to turn around back there. I said, okay, is there? It looked kind of spacious. I said, yeah, all right. I'm gonna go back there and yeah, thank you. I've been doing this for about 2 years. I'm experienced. I go back there. There was no room to turn around. It was really small. I did it. I made it happen. But if there was a couple more cars back there, I would have been stuck for life. I would have had to, shit, I don't know. How would I get out that situation? How would I have gotten out that situation? So now I know. I went back there, turned around, boom, went on about my business. Got to the TA. The TA was full, y'all. Like, I don't want to get myself in situations to where I can't see the parking spot, or if I'm not straight line back in, or I got a blind side. If I got to do all that, I'm gonna go find a rest stop, or if I have to, come sleep at a little rickety-dickety truck stop like this one, which I don't really do. But my trip is not over. I'm just here taking my 30-minute break. But here's a message for the guys out there with me. Slow down, read signs, don't get yourself in sticky situations. Just think. You ain't gotta move fast. You know, people, you might annoy the people behind you, but they gotta understand you a big truck. So either way, you slow. That's just how it's gonna go. So take time, make your decisions wisely. I don't want to get in those sticky situations, you know. I drove through y'all should see me leapfrogging all around here with this tent. I'm trying to get used to it again. I'm just leapfrogging all over the damn place. Ribbit. Anyways, and I drove through a big storm coming through Wyoming. I was like, whoa, man, you had to put your hazards on and hailing and all that stuff. It was pretty exciting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But hey, you live and you learn, right? So I'll catch up to you guys when I get to Missouri. All right, I know you guys can barely see me, but I just arrived finally to the terminal, Missouri terminal. There's no parking for trailers over there, so I'm actually dropping it right here. I see other people doing it, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it too, but hopefully I don't get in no kind of trouble for dropping the trailer. All right, peace out.